All right, we are live now, inshallah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Sorry. Good evening, everyone. It's Sophia again from Tertib Publishing. We are back from the third episode of Read with Tertib with Sister Haida, inshallah. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. So, in conjunction with Tertib Publishing first anniversary sale, we brought to you a live broadcast called Read with Tertib. It's a program where we invite our book lovers, bibliophile or bibliomani, to share with us their insights and their insights on our books after they have read it, inshallah. You can join it with Tertib as well. Just tag us on Instagram and Facebook and use the hashtag Read with Tertib and share with us your thoughts on our books. All right, without further delay, inshallah, I welcome Sister Haida to the screen. Assalamualaikum, Sister Haida.
Salam. Hi, thank you, Sophia. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. How are you today?
Happy. Good, I'm doing good. Nervous, but good, fine.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Though 3 times, but still nervous. All right, Sister Haida, maybe before we start, you can tell us a little bit more about your background or anything that you can share with us.
Well, okay, so currently I'm a PhD student, postgraduate student in UKM, okay, so in Faculty of Education, majoring in TESOL. The thing about me is I think reading is my cup of tea, maybe.
Okay.
So I feel very honored when I have the chances to do this live with Sophia and Tertib Press Publishing.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us. What book today you'll be reviewing?
Okay, I'll be reviewing a book of Shattered Glass by Yasmin Mogahed. If you can see the book. Yeah. Yeah. So I'll be reviewing this book tonight.
Okay, that's nice. I think you're ready. I'll give the floor to you, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Okay, over to you, inshallah.
Okay, all right. Okay, hi everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in with us. I mean, me and Sophia, Sophia, and also Tertib Press Publishing. So, as for tonight, I will be doing a review on this book in particular. This is The Shattered Glass by Yasmin Mogahed. All right. So, one of the reasons why this book is chosen and I fancy this book is because of the title, first thing first. Definitely, Shattered Glass, Healing a Broken Heart. Everybody can relate to it. All of us are pretty much no strangers to pain and heartbroken, feeling shattered deep down. So that would be very close to us personally. I mean, majority of us have gone through pain, if not all, right? So something that I personally can relate to. Also, I think one of the other reasons I think is because it's really nice to have a formal guidelines on how can we overcome or healing pain. All of this while we only get like advices from people saying, okay, you have to be patient and blah, blah, blah. But it's nice to have a guideline in a book, something that you can read when you feel sad or when you're feeling heartbroken. So reading this book was a smooth sailing journey. Definitely a page turner. I read it in like 2 days time with 100% laser focus, not stopping, no, not even once. So I loved it. So now let's talk about this book physically. So we have the front cover of like this, Shattered Glass, the title, and also the symbolic of heartbroken, pain, the fragile, the broken glasses and dates, and also the author. Okay, and the back cover was like this, okay, along with the synopsis and also some information on the author. Now, let's talk about the author first. Okay, so Yasmin Mogahed, I think majority of us are familiar with Yasmin Mogahed. Okay, she's no stranger to all of us. Okay, however, for some of us who don't know who Yasmin Mogahed is, she is a Muslim scholar based in the USA. She is a specialist in spirituality, psychology, and personal development. She is known for her gift of captivating an entire audience with her thoughts and insightful reflections. She is also a psychologist graduate and attained her master's in journalism and mass communications from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. All right. Okay. So as a skilled creative writer, her literature speaks from the heart and is felt by millions around the world. So definitely I can relate to it, because reading her book definitely made me feel like I'm into the book, going deep into the book. Yes, definitely through her array of words, array of sentences, bits by bits. So definitely. So this book has 8 chapters altogether. Okay. Do you mind if I read all of the chapters title? Yeah. So chapter 1 we have emotional first aid. Chapter 2 we have time alone does not heal. Chapter 3 we have what do we do. Chapter 4 prevention is better than cure. Definitely. Okay. Prevention of getting your heart broken. Chapter 5 prescription for loss of death. Chapter 6 prescription for broken heart. Chapter 7 Allah will save you, and conclusion inshallah alhamdulillah. Okay. Towards the end of the conclusion too, hopefully all of us have healed from the heartbroken, okay, by reading this book. All right. Now, talking about something that I know, or the bits of pieces that have captured me or impacted me in a way. So I don't know if you can see, but let me be honest, I have posts in each of the pages of the book. That's how amazing the book is. The moment I read it one by one, and I was like, Ya Allah, all of the quotes, all of the words are very related. So I was like, okay, fold it. Impacted me so much. So I have polls on each of the paper, okay, on each of the page. But I'll share a few, not all, because if all, you all have to figure out on your own, okay? You all have to go and read the book, got the book yourself, okay? All right. Okay, so we'll go through the bits by bits one by one. Okay, so the first one is from chapter 1, okay, which is emotional first aid. Now, the best part about chapter 1 is the author talks about the analogy of pain or heartbroken with someone with a broken leg. Now, imagine if you were in a situation where you have someone with a broken leg, would you rather tell that person to just get up, move on, and walk with that broken leg? You won't, right? Because he or she won't be able to walk with that broken leg, definitely. So that is more or less the same analogy with pain. People who is currently heartbroken to just, forget it, move on, get along with it, just do your thing, forget it. No, there's no such thing as that. I think we have to put ourselves in a situation of being an empathy person, person who have empathy, the one that understand other people's pain, and also at the same time, us who being in the situation of being heartbroken or encountering pain, the very first thing that we do is to accept. Acceptance is very important. Okay, so when someone is heartbroken, you have to understand, give time for them to heal, to accept the pain, and definitely time will heal all of the pain. So that is nice. To have an analogy of someone with a broken leg and pain is definitely, oh wow, that makes sense. You won't say to people who are sick to just get up and do your thing as usual. There's no such thing. You can't do that. That's nice. All right. Now, the second part is, I have one thing that I love from chapter 3. Okay. So chapter 3 is what do we do? All right. Now, this part, this chapter talks about, okay, when we encountered pain and heartbroken, what do we do? Things that happen, right? You've heartbroken already. So what can we do? What can we do to ease the pain? So the author talks about how sabar or patience is not something that happens just externally. So sabar is also in the heart. Patience is also in the heart, in the sense that doesn't mean that you are crying, but it means that you are weak. No. So sabar is mean that when you can cry, you can shed your tears, but at the same time, your tongue does not utter something that Allah will hate or will not enjoy, because that is sabar. So even though you cried, your eyes out, but deep down you accept. So that is sabar actually. So I think back to chapter 1 talks about acceptance. So the very first thing is if you are encountering pain, rather accept the pain and cry, but through time you will be okay. So but first you have to accept the pain, not denying it. That's a very important thing. Yeah. Okay. Next part, chapter 4. Oh, prevention is better than cure. Okay, this one, this chapter, the author talks about how Allah is actually more or less like our parents. You know, Allah always wants the best for His children. Okay, so prevention is better than cure. Definitely, you know, the symbolic for how can we prevent ourselves from getting heartbroken, right? So Allah said that okay, I'll quote the paragraph here. Okay, when Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala talks about zina, having intimacy outside of marriage, He doesn't say do not commit zina, but instead He says do not come close to zina. So those two are totally two different statements in a sense that as a parent, you wouldn't say to your children, okay, go and play with it, but remember it will you will get a hurt from it, right? But instead Allah definitely say do not even come close to it, because definitely those things will burn you. So that's a very different statement, and I'm very interested to it. It's interesting how we understand how Allah works the all of the plan that He has for us, for His children. It's very interesting. Okay. And then, last but not least, I have a lot, you guys. I have a lot, but I can't share a lot, right? So, let's be a bit mysterious. You have to read on your own. Last but not least, okay, on chapter 5, prescription for loss of death. Oh, this one, okay, this chapter specifically talks about grief, yeah, when we grieve about losing something. Now, the very nice thing that the author talks about in this chapter is when she puts another analogy of grieving something, like, if you were in situation, if I were to be a good friend and I lend you my car, remember lend, yeah? I'm not giving you my car, I'm lending you my car. So when I've lended you, when I've lent you my car, so okay, I said, all right, you can make use of my cars, you can go anywhere you want, you can just do whatever you want with it, you can modify whatever you want to the body of the car, okay? You can act it as if that's your own, but that's still mine, all right? But in a few years' time, I will come back to you and I'll ask for my car back. And remember, that's mine. So there's no such thing as you are not giving back my car. So that's the best analogy of, understanding that everything in this world is Allah's. There's no such thing as when Allah is taking back something from you and you'll be like, why Allah is taking that from me? Because, no, that's not mine. So I have to give it back to Him, to the owner of everything that's been given to me. So that is something that quite of an impact of like, oh yeah, that's true. We are lending something. Someone has lent me something. So why would I question when that owner is coming back to me and wanting his things back? That's a really nice analogy. So yeah, that that are the bits that really have impacted me. I have a lot actually, but I've lessened the folds because, as usual, you have to go to Tertib Press and get the book yourself and read, okay? Because I really love this book. This is an E plus for me. I've never been so excited reading a book. The moment I got this book, I immediately read it and I immediately turned the pages and I was like, okay, I have to read it now. And I fold each of the pages because, like, this will be a good quote. Something I will look up to when I'm feeling sad. Also throughout the process of reading it, right, I've I've encountered a few breakdowns and pains and heartbroken. So I came back to this book and I was like, okay, maybe it's time for me to read this book again. And I opened it up and read it, and okay, all right, okay, that gave me peace. I think this book is must have, indeed a must have, and very much needed in all of us. Yeah. So I think that's it. I don't have much to say about this book because A plus. When something is too good, right? You can't really say much about it. Come on, you have to. For me personally, if something is really good, I would definitely ask my friends to go and buy it. I was like, okay, you have to buy this. This is good. Like makeup, When something is good for your skincare, let's say, okay, this is very good, you have to go buy. I'm not I'm not gonna go and
Yeah,
go
don't
around the
need much
bush.
of the
Yeah.
description, right?
Yes.
Just
I
go and buy it.
really say, okay, Miss Sophia, you have to go and buy and get this book and read. Okay, everybody has to go and read. Definitely a must have.
Agree. But that's it. Seriously, that's it.
That's it, you guys. Because I mean, if I were to talk about it, I would talk about every single page of it. I yeah, even some of it. See, I see. I wanted to say something else that I'm not supposed to say. Even even it talks about okay. I have to mention as well, right? I
Mm.
love how the author reminded us on something that I think we occasionally forget. Okay, is frequently mentioned in this book how Allah is Al Jabbar, the one who mends, and hold on, yeah, the other one is um, I can't remember how Allah is the one who Al Jabbar, the one who mends, and Allah is Al Shafi, the one who heals. We forgot how well, Allah has 99 names, and something as simple as that we tend to forget, and that's very nice of the author to remind us. Everything is always coming back to Allah because Allah is everything. He is the heal of everything. The one who mends, the one who heals. Yeah, very much
All right.
related. Yeah,
All right, got it. All right, got it. I thought I was in a lecture. It was very fun and very,
very lecture. Yeah.
yeah. You are very relaxed and easygoing. Like you have done this for 100 times.
Wow, that's a compliment. Okay, I need
Yeah.
to buy more books then so that I can give.
Yes, definitely.
Definitely, right? I need to buy more books now. Okay, go to Tertib.press. I'll be googling after this immediately. Once this live ended, yeah, immediately.
All right. How do you guys think on our social media. I mean, you guys can ask us questions, of course. We'll be taking questions now. I think we have few.
Oh wow.
Yes, we have few. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. I see some familiar faces. Yes. Okay.
well,
First
well, I've,
question.
I've, well, I've been a fan as well for the whole week. Yeah, I've
Yeah,
been tuning
and
into
it's
your.
like a good series, right?
Yeah.
From tearful moments of Rasulullah, and then yesterday about love stories from the Quran, and tonight, shattered glass.
You know why this is very interesting, because
Mm,
I think one of the reasons is due to the effect of social media. People tune into social media more rather than reading, and
yes.
also I think because some people would enjoy listening to it rather than reading it, because we won't have time. So like when we compressed a book into half an hour or 1 hour long of IG at live, I think fascinate people more. I mean, I personally would listen to people talk about it rather than reading it alone. Yeah.
Yes, understand. Actually, today, like, we decided this one is our last episode of Read with Tertib, the book review. But, what do you guys think? Should we do more of this?
Yes, you should. I
Right.
would vote.
We want more. Okay. All right. Just stay tuned on our Instagram and Facebook. Allah will be doing more. Can we do the Q&A now, Sister Haida?
Can, yeah. Oh,
All
I'm
right.
nervous with the Q&A. Nothing personal, yeah. Or I'll pour my heart out later. Nothing personal, yeah. Please, hopefully.
Okay, we'll see. Okay,
We'll
first
see.
question.
Hmm.
Can you please share tips on how to support a friend or family member who is going through demotivation to pursue life? How do we help our brothers and sisters who are suffering from suicidal thoughts?
Suicidal thoughts?
Yeah.
Oh, Akbar. Um, okay. I thought it's something less serious. I wanted to give a very honest answers, but when when the person mentions about suicidal thoughts, that was a bit. Okay. I mean, okay, personally, I've been through that before. Okay, I think most of us have gone through that phase where we think that suicidal thought is the best, but when, the very first thing you need to know is that you need to have faith. You need to have acceptance. It's not easy. I know it's not easy, but you have to reflect back on what you have accomplished. I think what you have accomplished in life, or maybe your family that you have around. How they will. What are their feelings if they know that you have these suicidal thoughts and all, right? So I always say this to someone else who are younger, not that I'm old, but younger. I talk about how enjoy their young moments, because when you are adulting, life is no longer about you. It's always about other people first, coming first rather than you yourself. Whatever you do, even the simplest, the smallest bits of decision is always about other people. I mean, your family, what will they think about it? Or will they talk about it? So it's always about that. It's not easy. Encountering pain would be the hardest thing in our life. But try to have the faith and try to be strong. As easy as it sounds, right? Okay, so and as cliche as it sounds, go back to Allah lah, as cliche as it sounds. Yeah. But if someone is encountering lesser serious problem than that, not reaching up to the suicidal thoughts, the very best way for you to to overcome the pain is you do the retail therapy lah. Keep shopping.
I like that idea, sis.
That's why I said I thought it was a bit less serious than that. But then the moment you mentioned suicidal thoughts, I was like, oh, okay, I have to be better in giving advice. I hope.
Yes. But that's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah, I do things that makes me happy. If I know always what I do when I feel sad is I sleep. Either I sleep, I eat, and I do the shop. So also I put that in my mind that if I love shopping, if shopping is the only way that makes me feel happy, so I should concentrate on making money instead. Yeah. Okay, wow. Get up, don't forget the pain. You are still in pain, but get up and go find money and work, and you'll be able to make yourself happy, Yeah, so do something that makes you happy.
That's interesting. Okay, next question. I think we're getting more serious.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
What do you think of some understanding? Sorry.
See, someone's working and finding money. That's okay. That's what I'm talking about. Someone's working even at night, That's what I'm talking about, sis. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Next question.
Sorry.
Someone's in pain, and the person is overcoming the pain. Let the person be, yeah? I'm okay with it. I have all the time in the world, no problem.
Okay. I hope you stop. Okay. I need to read the question to you. Okay, here's the question. What do you think of some understanding that people with depression and issues with their own self has to do with iman and religion?
Okay. I think okay. Definitely, when people encounter or go through depression, the very first thing we'll say is seek help. Okay. For Muslim, we'll say salat. Go back to Allah and all. But come on, all of us know that's not gonna hit everything in 1 second, right? Everything takes time.
Yes.
Okay. So I think when you go through depression, the very first thing what you can do is seek for help. Okay, seek for help, ask for help, and also do not make things big. I personally, I will go overboard and say, oh, I'm encountering depression because one of the smallest thing. Even if I didn't get fries at McDonald's, I'll say, okay, I'll go through depression after this. Those things. But I think, I mean, if that matter or that problem is not that serious, try not to make it an issue. I mean, everybody has problems, definitely. All of us have problems. Depends, regardless of whatever problem it is, we all have problems. But try to be the one that learn from the problems, rather than being sad about it or think too much about it. I mean, yeah, definitely, being heartbroken or encountering problems will make our days gloomy and days. But there are many ways to make you feel happy. You have friends, you have family, and be open. As in, be open. Do not say that people who have depression doesn't have iman or faith and all. No, that's not how it is, definitely. I mean, all of us humans, we have different way of thinking, different perceptions on something, right? So some people might take things differently. Definitely, I can't deny that there are people who can't bear problems. Even the smallest problems, they will be all over the place. But I'm sorry, but there's nothing you can do about it. That's life. You take it or leave it. If you don't have problems in your life, that's not life. That's you are being baby. Even baby have problems, right? When baby go through pain and that, so you need to know how to cope with everything in your life. That's the very first thing to do.
Okay, that's nice. All right, next question. Can you please share initiatives that we can do as a community to fight depression among our youth today?
Can you share what, Pardon? Can you share?
Initiatives.
Initiatives.
Yeah. That we can do as a community.
Okay. I think, I don't know whether we Malaysia have this or not, but I think in most of the English series that I watch, right, they always have this rehab program, right? So I think one of the ways is rehab or counseling session. I mean, I don't know if this is just me, but I think in Malaysia, counseling has become a bit like something that is not familiar to people. Okay,
Yes.
like when you say psychiatrist or counseling, it's always a bad thing, right?
Yes.
So I think it should start from us individuals first lah. Only then we'll go to the big citizen or community. So us also, I think we have to change the mindset that counseling and psychiatries are a good thing. If you have problems, go and seek for help, and maybe as a friend, also part of the community, show support, show motivations, try to have empathy, try to understand. I mean, it's easy to give advice, but the person who endures it might be a bit harder to take the pain and all the advices. But I mean, it goes both ways. Actually, it goes both ways. If you are the community or if you are the friend that shows support, but the person who's encountering the problems are not trying to help themselves, it's not going to work. It takes two to tango. If the person is willing to help themselves, then you as a friend or as part of the community will be able to help the other person too. I mean, let's not talk about campaign. Campaign is a good thing, definitely, yes. But do we really participate in the campaign and be there? No. So to be part of the community is for us to change ourselves individually first. I mean, mindset, and also being a good friend, being a nice friend. I hope that answered, because I mean, I know. I mean, to do big changes is never easy. You have to. I mean, you're not the person who is well known that can influence people. I think public figure would be able to do so. To build up a community or a club of something to help other people, right? But as the normal human being, golongan marhan ke, orang biasa, will do well just by being a good friend lah, for starter.
Right. Agree. Good. Okay. Next question. Inshallah. Yes, I'd like you.
Okay.
Maybe the last question.
Okay.
Okay. If you like to read something further from the same author, what would be the topic that she wants to write about? I mean, like from Yasmin Mujahid, what may be the topic you want to hear from her?
I think with my age, not that I'm old again, okay.
Disclaimer.
I think I wanted to read more on self-development, you know, yeah, something that talks about how can you improve yourself, how can you be better at something, how can you go beyond at something, because I mean it's nice to learn from experience, but also I think we also need, call me freak, yeah, but I love to learn something from psychologically. The psychology part of it, I'd really like to know, because I've been through the phase where I don't like changes. I don't like to go out of the comfort zone, but somehow something happened, something clicked, and I have become like another person of my own. Or I went for, for adventurous things. I went for something that I've never done before. So I wanted to know more theoretically, and also the psychology part of it, on self-development. That would be nice.
All right. I think that's all the question. It was very fun talking to you.
Sophia,
oh my God. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope we can do more of this, inshallah, in the next future. Do you have any last word?
My last word, this book. Okay, everybody? Right, this book. Rabbit. You know, rather than, okay. See, I wanted to continue. Okay, rather than you browse through your Google's, Twitter, looking for quotes, right? You get this book, you can get motivational quotes on each page of the book. That is, I'm an opportunist, everybody. So I know how to make use of things in my life. So I think this would be very handy for all of us, rather than you Google quotes, but also, yeah, like in a good way, in a very ikhlas way. If you're feeling down, if you're feeling sad, you can always grab this book and open it. And just like what I did, I fold on each quote that makes me feel like, oh, okay, this is what I'll do when I encounter pain. So whenever I feel sad, I'll open up the page, that particular page, and read it again. All right, yeah. Okay, get out and go shop. Something like that.
Yeah? It's a practical book. Can we say that?
Everybody, go to Tertib.press and get it now. ASAP. Do we have ebook of this, Sophia? No, yeah.
No, not yet. Inshallah, soon. Yeah.
I love physical books more.
Okay, all right. I think that's all with Sister Haida. Inshallah, we're looking forward for more, inshallah, with you. All right. So we have come to the end of the session. Thank you once again, Sister Haida. I would like to allow me to thank our creative team behind this beautiful layout on your screen. Brother Zahin, thank you so much. And yeah, a little bit more about Tertib Publishing first anniversary sale. It will end on 30th of June. So grab your chance to buy our books at very affordable price, and we offer you up to 40% of discounts. We offer you to RM 170 ringgit free delivery throughout Malaysia. And yeah, and currently we held a video contest at Tertib Publishing. So join us. Inshallah, that's all from me and Sister Haida. Oh yes, one more thing. We have a new book coming in, inshallah.
You are too relatable to the book, is it?
Yes, okay. So we have a new book coming in. This is from Shea Mikael Smith, everyone. Grab this. We have a promotion price valid till 5th July, inshallah. This is a great book. This is very popular book. It's a With the Heart in Mind, the title. As you can see, you can go and grab it at Tertib.press now, inshallah. All right. Okay, that's all from me, inshallah. Stay tuned for more book, Read with Tertib book review. Inshallah, we'll post more information on it next week. Just stay tuned, guys. Thank you so much. Sophia signing off. Inshallah. Assalamualaikum.